stimulating, mind expansion.
It's no sleep, baby.
Are we live? Shyla says we're live, and that means we're live.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, one and all, to No Sleep, the podcast. I'm one part of your podcasting comedy trio. AJ Simmons is my name. Telling jokes is my game. Here we go. You're going to love this one. This might be a mistake. As I've gotten older, I found that I love the N-word more and more. N-A-P.
Oh boy, a little misdirect.
Classic misdirection.
Nerve-wracking misdirect.
Did it pay off?
Yeah, I liked it.
Thanks. And then my other one. It sure seems that we took a long time finding Osama bin Laden, in my opinion. I can tell you that if he owned a Kirby vacuum cleaner, we would have found him in about 2 weeks. They're still sending me shit in the mail. All right.
Kirby.
Oh, good stuff. I forgot. We're recording on a Sunday. We're going live on a Sunday / recording.
Yeah, a little early.
I didn't write a joke. So once again, my joke is ripped straight from the headlines, you guys. I don't know if you've heard this. But apparently the new brood of cicadas, apparently in Chicago, the cicadas in Chicago will become infected with an STD that makes them zombies and causes their genitals to fall off. And I've spent some time in Chicago, and that sounds about right.
There we go.
That's the whole joke.
That was good.
Yeah, there you go.
I was out in the street earlier, and I ran into a Mexican magician.
Oh.
And he told me he will disappear by the count of 3. Then he said, 1, 2, and then he disappeared without a trace.
Yeah. Okay.
Got that joke off Groupon. It's an old dad joke.
I like
there.
it.
Well, you are a father.
I know.
Well.
I can legally tell those
Yeah,
jokes.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
got to take advantage.
All right. What does the scroll say? Let's see. Oh, yes. Of course. We're podcasting. That's what it says.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
I write it down all over this.
We're podcasting.
We are
Oh, that's
podcasting.
right.
That's
Right.
right. We're doing a little bit early. Surprise. I did put out a post 30 minutes ago. No one probably saw it.
That's all right.
But if you have YouTube and you subscribe to us, which you should, No Sleep DSM on YouTube, you automatically get notified when we go live.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so
That is
That
fun.
is.
as a matter
wow.
of fact, I'm watching me on a slight delay talk to you right now
Oh,
on my little
interesting.
phone. Yeah,
The
metaverse.
that is kind of meta, especially with the slight delay. It's like that scene in Spaceballs. You know what's happening now.
Or when
It's
people
right
are on
now.
the news and there's that like 2-second delay between like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the truck tells them and
Yep.
like what they're actually getting.
So what are you seeing out there, Jim? What I'm seeing here
Yeah,
is the satellite delay there.
Yeah, we just can't quite get that.
Yeah.
Shortened
That
up.
little gap. It's a bounce down, up, back down, a couple seconds.
Oh, I got a couple things if you want to hear them.
I would love to.
Let's hear some things.
First of all, I already told you guys, but I want to tell the general public that I saw Furiosa finally.
Mm-hmm.
One of 2 movies I've ever seen in the theater by myself. The first one was actually Mad Max Fury Road, and the second one, Furiosa. Kind of crazy. And I would just like to share that. I loved it. I think it was genius and had to have been hard as hell to make. And I think movies like that are the reason movies exist, is what I'll say about that. I loved it. It's crazy. Yeah.
That sounds like a hamburger to me.
Yeah, buddy.
does.
And another thing, Sarah and I went out for her birthday on Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
and we went. She's very pregnant. She said, "I'm craving the Machine Shed." So we went and ate at the Iowa Machine Shed,
Mm-hmm.
and we were eating. And Sarah had this worried look on her face because I got the check, And I was like, well, are you okay? She's like, are you okay? I was like, why are you asking me this? You know why? Because I didn't eat all of my food and some of hers. She was like, is there something wrong with you? I was like, no, my sandwich.
She's really upset.
Yeah. I still had like half a sandwich.
You
and she was
didn't
like,
almost
are
bite
you
one of
okay?
my fingers off.
You know? Yeah, I was like, well, I ate a whole pizza at Furiosa, so I'm not quite as hungry
just
as usual.
popping off right now.
For our 5 o'clock dinner.
That's slowed me down. a
Yeah.
little.
So
okay?
on our way home from Machine Shed, I was like, Sarah, I know that you don't want this to be happening, but I've been drinking again, which ain't great. I know you, but I got a new date set, so I was like, I'm gonna have a couple drinks tonight. Don't worry about it. But we're gonna go to Casey's. I'm gonna buy a couple of Bud Light seltzers or whatever. And we go to Casey's, and we're checking out, and the woman at the cash register. I got permission to tell this story, by the way.
All right.
The woman at the cash.
From the woman at the cash.
Yeah, I asked if it was okay.
Yeah, Sarah begged you not.
Yeah,
Sign this release.
And the woman at the cash register goes, oh, she's like, yo, big. And she was like, oh, yeah. She's like, how far along are you? 9 months? And Sarah's like, well, 8. She's like, 8? I would have said 9. It's like, are you having twins? And Sarah was like, no, but I really appreciate you asking me this.
Yeah, every
And
pregnant
she
woman-
just kept going. I was like, do I intervene or do I?
You're big as a mountain.
Yes, it was
A mountain with a
crazy.
pair of tits.
Yes. It was truly insane. And I was
That is
just like,
crazy.
damn.
The Casey's by our place.
Yep.
Nice.
And then you'd recognize the woman too.
I think I
for
know
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now that I hear the voice, I think I know
Yeah.
exactly who it is. as a matter
And
of fact.
I was just like, am I supposed to be jumping in here? Because I just would rather not deal with this awkwardness. And Sarah was clearly irritated. And then it was almost like the woman leaned in to like just go as hard
But
as she
honey,
could.
you're so big.
Yeah. She's like, I'm just saying that you're huge.
Yeah, we got it.
Like, Jesus
Like a
Christ.
big stack of flapjacks.
Yeah, it was fucking bananas.
It is weird that you would be pregnant and that somehow is carte blanche to say
Just
crazy
whatever
crap.
you want.
Look at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You're out of control.
And-
Was your father a hippopotamus?
Yeah. It was
Especially if you don't even
bananas.
know the person.
Not even knowing the person, and then to see that the person is offended, at least I would think that she noticed, and then to just fucking lean in.
Yeah. And then
I
you
was
turned
like,
to
damn.
Sarah and you were like, but you're still paying for these Bud Light seltzers, right? Old toll reference.
We also had, I called a dude, I got my car, I got the old Maxima removed. It is gone, fellas. And one
How many years has it sat there?
Let's see. I think 8. Right? How long have we known each other? It's been there for.
I mean, I can remember riding in it, and it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So it was the car directly before Fiat?
Well, I drove
No.
my niece's car for a while, for like a year or so when she went to Europe.
So that means it's 7 years old minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
Because that would have, by the time
Yeah.
I started stand up, I don't think you had that car anymore.
No, I
think-
probably wouldn't have.
I remember when you had Ellie's car.
I driving that little Nissan Sentra.
And then I
Yeah.
remember the
Yeah.
Fiat
Yeah.
Biatch era.
Yep. So I had called a guy to come remove that because he left a note on my door, kind of serendipitously. I thought maybe a neighbor had called me on it or something after all that time, but no. This guy's like, he told me he left notes all the time. But I called him,
So he happened to just see your
leave a
car,
note, and left it. So he's been driving around town looking for dilapidated.
and he found
cars.
yours at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Kundalini.
The
day.
Kundalini,
That's
some
right.
might say.
So I call this guy, and I'm like, so I had a note on my door that you might pick up and pay for old cars. And he goes, yeah. I was like, okay.
Come get it.
Yeah, I was like, I have a car that you might want to come get. He goes, okay. And I was like,
You ain't much of a talker, are you?
I was like, okay. He's like, I was like, so it's the blue Maxima in the back. He's like, I don't know where that is. I was like, do you want my address? Could you speak maybe? He was giving nothing.
Right.
And and then I call him back and I was like, okay, well, I'll figure this out. I couldn't find the title. I couldn't find the keys. He was going to give me like $150. And then without the title, he was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna. I was like, you know what? Just take it. You can have it if you want to.
This one's on me.
Yeah. I think he needed it a little bit more than NPR did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So he comes to get it, and actually, just not even to get it, just to do the paperwork for it. And he brings his whole family, and the whole family comes up my driveway to my rotten, dilapidated car, wife and two kids running around, and they're trying to get the VIN number. And I'm like, so do you need anything from me? One of the kids farts. It was, and he looks right at me, and he was like, I was like, yeah, okay,
Good
kid.
one.
Nice.
Nobody says
Pretty cool.
anything. I was like, all right. And then we get the paperwork figured out, and I'm like, I hope he comes to get it. And the next day, it was gone. But that was my interesting little
No
car
final
story.
goodbye. Just it was gone.
Took it while I was at work.
You didn't see. Oh, so
Yeah.
you missed.
Right.
I was curious if he just came and like pushed it away or.
I would have been
Tied it to
curious to
his
see
car
how
or-
he got it out of the driveway.
Yeah.
And also, I'm glad I didn't look for much inside of the car because you guys know how my cars be.
I do.
That's
recall.
probably why they wanted that car. They're like,
They're like,
there's
oh,
probably
yeah.
some riches. In
I
it.
did look. There's a drum in the trunk. I was like, oh, he gets a free drum. Way
That's
to
what
go,
I'm talking
guy.
about.
Yeah.
This guy's like, man, this is the car that just keeps on giving.
Yeah. Sure, plenty, if not
Yeah.
all of my personal information, so I can look forward to having my
Probably a lot of
identity
old
stolen.
jokes.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna show up at the
Yeah.
mic next month and is like, so
Yeah, probably.
on my
yeah, yeah. A lot. The car had the rear window broken out several years ago, so there's probably a lot of cat poop in there.
Yeah, I
would
was
guess.
wondering. I was like, there's probably a family of rabbits
Yes,
living
yeah.
in there, so they
I-
can live off that.
it's a real mystery mobile that
yeah,
guy got.
yeah.
All sorts of
Yeah.
options. That's gonna keep them busy all summer long.
Because
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was not running in any.
No,
fashion.
no, and I don't have a key anywhere to be found.
Right.
So it was running when it was first sitting back there.
9 years ago.
Yeah, so that was near
Yeah.
on 9 years
Yeah,
ago.
but the sunroof wouldn't close, the heat didn't work. There's a plethora of things wrong with the car. And so yeah, now it's his. Enjoy, my man.
Yeah.
I hope you can give it to your farting children someday.
Pass it down
Yeah,
from one party man to
that's right. Yeah, no judgment, but it was just kind of weird to bring your whole family
no, I would say they,
to the paperwork
he did you
signing.
a large favor.
He really did.
And you,
Perfect timing
Yes.
as well.
even if he's just junking it out, it sounds like
yeah,
he was fine
made
with
it
that,
simple. Made it simple,
Yeah,
and now it's fucking gone.
that's a big step.
Wait, he's gonna show up tomorrow with it. It's like I can't.
Yeah,
This-
I'm bringing it back. yeah, yeah.
The jokes were too.
I'm on a list now. You can have the car back.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was a huge mistake.
Yeah,
We're
well,
keeping the possums though.
Toll walked in today, and normal pleasantries when he comes in. I ask, what'd you do today? Because I really don't have much to show for my day.
So did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
How's your weekend?
Yeah, I saved that one. I saved that gem for the podcast.
And Toll had a
Any lulls?
laundry list of to dones.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's the
Your
past
honey-do
tense.
list.
Yeah.
Bought a washing machine.
Got it.
Moved the bar downstairs to the basement.
Our podcast intervention really worked.
It did, and a lot of people. Nate was over again.
They were really
mentioning Nate.
grilling you on that, Toll.
Yeah, they were. And Nate was like, man, you got a lot of stuff from that baby shower. I was like, I know, dog. People are worried about me. yeah. So that was fun. Yeah,
But Nate gets it.
he does.
Better than this. Guys being dudes.
That's right.
That was you and Nate
Yep,
back in the old days.
that's right.
Does Nate have children as
He
well?
does. Two
Okay.
children of his own.
Nice. And what are their names and social security numbers? But so he's done it. So that
Yep.
that's nice.
Yep.
I'm really the least help amongst most of your friends because I don't have any kids that I.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. You're not the least help.
I'm just saying when it comes to experience of having
Oh
a
yeah.
child,
I think the answer is you just kind of gotta. Everybody's out here winging it,
Correct him.
figuring things out.
Yep.
just give them an oatmeal cream pie. Tell them to beat it.
Yes.
Is there a Or at least, I guess I wish Nate was here so I could ask him.
One of these days.
Yeah, I know he's chomping at the bit. Slow down, Nate. But is there? Is every kid a little different where they only like certain things when they're real young? Okay, I didn't know if like Kraft mac and cheese just across the board every kid loves.
There are things like that where
Most.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Kraft mac
I
and
would
cheese
say
is probably one of
I
those.
would say
Yeah.
that is definitely one of those.
on the top of the list.
I loved it.
I know
Still
a couple
love
of
it.
30 and 40-year-old guys that like it as well.
I had to quit it though. It's nothing,
You had to put it down.
dude. Nothing.
No more
Nothing-
cheesesteaks?
No, well, I still do the cheesesteaks. Come on now. I just had to quit the noodles. I'll still buy the box of macaroni and cheese for
Throw
the
the
cheese
noodles.
powder to put on the steaks.
You do a little noodle art with those
Yeah,
things.
I could do a
Oh, yeah.
lot of noodle art at this point. But those fucking noodles, those little tiny cheapo noodles blow me out like nobody's business. Always the next day. Always.
Huh.
Yeah.
The
it
most
seems-
bland food of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's like,
Yeah, it's strange because you figure it'd be the fake cheese that would
No.
kind of run a
Maybe-
number
you
on
gotta put that on your steak
Yeah.
like a real man.
maybe I should grind up the noodles and put those on the steak too.
Man, it's like a big hot pocket almost or something. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you've really been checking out the to-do list. Where
It's a fucking crazy list. That's
behind closed doors, Ellie and I had talked, and we were like, we might really have to game plan about this. But it seems like you're knocking it out of the park.
trying. That, you
What
know.
big items are still remaining?
Well, the dumpster, which I don't know will fit, if it will fit in the driveway. That's the issue. So I may have to rent either stickers on the curb or rent a truck to take to the dump.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys have any opinions about that, but
Those are all pretty well thought out options, I think.
the at this point, there's about a 4-foot area in my front porch. I can still go higher with the garbage bags,
Yeah, you can always go
but
higher.
yeah. But and I can't just. Can I buy extra stickers just for garbage bags? I suppose I probably could. It would be very
I think
expensive.
so.
I think.
Oh, like bags outside of what can fit in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
I would assume so too.
Hmm.
But I don't know. The dumpster seemed like the best idea, and now it's the idea that's kind of stressing me out the most.
And there's just
Where are you getting it from?
Place bins. There's a couple
Because
places.
usually they have different size. Like,
They
all
do.
different size.
They do.
options, so I'm
Yeah.
sure they can find.
does
Yeah.
it have to go in the driveway?
Well, I have to get. If I want it on the street, there has to be permits involved.
toll's not much of a permit.
Yeah, that's right. I best
Not
believe
one
it.
for
Yeah.
permits.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ask my car.
He's kind of a
Ask you.
yeah, kind of a freewheeling, kneeling kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask my car.
So, but yeah, making progress. That bar,
Yeah.
that's a big visual difference
Oh
upstairs.
yeah.
Mm.
So
And
what's,
I'm gonna
what's
set the
going
bar
to
up
go,
downstairs.
What's going to go where the bar was?
That'll be like a playroom, essentially, like toys and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
The kegerator and all that.
So I got a guy I work with is getting the kegerator. It's taking that off my hands.
Yep. 2 kids, no kegerator. That's
Yeah.
kind of how.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
3 kids, 2 kegerators. It's weird math.
You put breast milk in the kegerator.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Mm.
Or 2 kids and daddy's living on the street under a tent with a kegerator.
Because mommy took the house.
You ain't getting my kegerator.
From my
Yeah,
cold dead
drinking my
hands.
15-year-old Busch Light.
It wasn't from like a party
Basically
or something.
jet
Yeah.
fuel at this
I
point.
mean, I used to keep it stocked.
Oh,
And then it kind of, we just
That's gonna
stopped using it.
That's a good vintage now.
Oh,
That's been
delicioso.
aging.
yeah.
Delicious aged vinegar.
Kind of pays for itself.
Malt
Think
beer vinegar. Mm.
Yeah, you can sell artisanal vinegar now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Out of the tap, fresh from the tap, aged 15 years.
for your fish and chips.
Make
Must have been a-
artisanal vinegar funnel cakes. Fry it up.
The hot new food at the fair this year.
Mhm. Deep fried rotten beer.
Sold out of the back of a broken down Maxim.
It has just one of those cardboard signs that says permitted. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Sharpie. Yeah.
Mm.
Officially permitted. Don't worry about it. .com.
I used to wonder how long you could get. I mean, now I do know. Never mind. I've already got the answer.
Yeah.
When you see those in transit stickers on cars.
Oh yeah.
Well, my car has been in transit for 8 years. So we got the answer.
Officer, my life is kind of in transit, you know?
6 years.
Maybe we
6
can look
years.
past that. Funny enough,
Oh.
this is how, speaking of serendipity, I literally got a registration ticket 2 days after my 1 month grace period.
Are you
I'm
serious?
dead serious.
And you were like, I've got a friend, officer.
Yes.
Can I flip on this?
Yeah.
Can I turn state's evidence?
Yeah. I'd like to dry snitch.
You want the bigger fish? Yeah. I'm a small fish. I'll flip for the big one. That's how
Yeah.
this works.
He's kind of like a Chapo level guy when it comes to cheating the registration.
I think it's a RICO case at this point.
It's funny, dude. I paid a couple of tickets
Right.
for it, and there's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, they can take your car for this. I'm like, but you aren't. So please do. Yeah. Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
Try me.
Yeah.
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 And the officer takes the car and puts it under his arm and walks away.
Let me out first.
I wonder what that ticket would be. Crazy, because mine was like 200 something bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine was like $150
For the registration of the ticket.
for the registration ticket.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
realize you'd actually got one before.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 of them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, much cheaper than registering.
Yeah, true.
It's a good racket till,
Till it ain't.
yeah.
Yep.
But
Much like all of my life choices.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like America's most wanted level registration. Like those pictures they put up at the Walmarts where it's like missing
yeah.
Fiat. Sometimes starts, sometimes not.
Yeah. It is funny since I found the key after the key was missing for
Key debacle. Oh my god.
how many months?
8?
It wasn't 8. It might have been 6. It might have been 5. I don't fucking know.
It was a while.
It was a while. And then I found them in a place I had looked, no joke, 18 times, 20 times
That's how it always
under the
goes.
flap of the couch.
Yeah, but I think we had surmised that maybe it like had got caught
It
in
must
the
have,
couch,
yes.
and then
It had
the
to have.
flipping up and down
Yeah.
the couch, knocked
Loosened
it
it.
loose.
Yeah. It
Tale
had
as
to
old
have
as
been that.
time.
And then, but yeah, now it's been running smooth sailing ever
Smooth
since.
Just don't look too close.
Knock
to
on
those
some
plates.
wood. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a different car anyway.
What?
Yeah. So what's the? So if you get rid of the car, do you think you'd still have to pay,
I don't know.
or if is that a loophole?
I don't know.
Like if he,
My mom is
sells
under the
that
impression
Fiat
that I would have to pay all of that.
in order to register
And I'm
a
like,
new car.
or in order to even, in order to sell it, I could keep it forever.
Wow.
I could have a new car in my driveway.
I
for
don't
all
know
time.
if that's true or not.
But if I try, I don't know either. I was like, it doesn't, I'm like, I have the title.
I don't think it is, because when I got my new car a year ago, like I just updated my registration on my old car, my current car at the time, and then I bought a new one like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, I didn't need to do that. There's
Yeah.
nothing in the paperwork like you
Because
need
they
the
don't
title.
know.
Yeah.
Because they don't know if you're driving.
Right,
It or
it could-
not.
Right.
He's been keeping that Fiat in storage for 8 years. He would
Yeah.
never drive it.
Except for those
It's
2
on-
tickets.
On tags that are so old that it's
Yeah.
faded, you can't even read the date.
Now they're the right color again.
Yeah. A cherry ride like this, you only take out once every 10 years.
Yeah. I do sometimes wonder about keeping it, which is very stupid, I guess, but it is a pretty unique
Give it
little
to your
car.
daughter so that
That's
she can
kinda-
drive it without
yeah.
registration someday
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And her daughter after her.
Yep. Perfect. It is a very girly little car, but unsafe and
Yeah, you don't
not
wanna-
very reliable.
You don't want a child driving that
Yeah.
car. You don't want a child driving any car, but
No.
Well,
Man, I went to buy Sarah's present at the Jordan Creek Mall. I'm saying malls are dead. Man, go to Jordan Creek Mall.
Jordan
Like,
Creek is still killing
it is fucking packed to the
Really?
brim with teenage girls and that was making me very uncomfortable. I was like, oh God, all these hoochied out teenage girls. I was like, oh no, like what's happening? I saw
get arrested.
it
just by
wasn't
going
this
to the mall.
time,
Yeah.
but the previous time I had been out there, there was a girl, a teenage girl with a T-shirt that said "I heart DILFs," and I was like,
Great.
man, you left home in that shirt?
Right. I'm recently.
Don't tell me what to wear, Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that must be a weird time for a dad.
Yeah.
Like the dad of that girl.
yeah. I imagine he's not around.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. And Toll's in the mall, and he's like, all these hoochie girls, I'm looking for my Auntie Anne.
Yeah.
Where are the Auntie Anne's at, you know?
Yeah. They weren't. I mean, they were all perfectly normal teenage girls for the most, except the I Heart DILF shirt. That was upsetting, but it was just like, oh yeah, this is the future.
Huh.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm sure. Even as a young man, I felt I dressed kind of slutty. You know, 2 polos on top of each other. Come
Wow.
on. Yeah, that's a guy asking for trouble. Puka shell necklace.
We were all wearing Big Johnson T-shirts in school. Couldn't get enough of the hilarious Big Johnson T-shirt.
Big Johnson. What was the T-shirts with the Saint Bernard? Remember that? There was Big Johnson.
Dog?
Big Dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say No Fear. I think was kind of a
that was
brand.
around.
Yeah.
Big Johnson was a big one.
Big Johnson.
Big Johnson, Big Dog, No Fear. Wow.
To be a loser.
Yeah, I used to love shirts with very, like a big illustration with like a lot of characters in it, like a cartoon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like the one you're wearing right now, kind of.
Yeah.
No, like more, like many more characters. I do like this.
Yeah,
is,
I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah.
Little raccoon.
Raccoon.
Where'd you get that?
Some
Get
garbage.
and go?
Five Below.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They have great.
That's the
t-shirts.
get and go
Yeah.
of clothing stores.
Wow. I don't know who that's. Yeah. I probably shouldn't support the $5 T-shirt game, but they got some fun ones. I'm telling you.
And money don't grow on trees.
Yeah. Yep. Or in Chinese labor camps.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it sort of comes out in the wash. Like if you're poor buying other people's poor shit, like poor people made, right?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't come out in the wash.
Not at all.
No.
Then what other option do you have?
The company keeps all the money, so the poor people stay poor on each end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is that a poor person
He's saying
doesn't
it
have
doesn't
the
make-
option to not buy poor shit
Oh,
made
I
by
see.
poor
Like
people.
my not buying
Like a poor person doesn't have an option to not shop at Dollar Tree and go to Target,
Did you guys watch the
which is kind of sadder.
the Gyllenhaal SNL?
Who?
The Jake Gyllenhaal SNL?
Yes.
The commercial they did for it was like for the fast cheap clothing, whatever that trend is called.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, and no one gets tortured. And they're like, why are we saying that? yeah, and no one died making this.
Right.
Like, what? Like, do we need to say that? Like, yeah. It was pretty funny. Yes. Anyway.
No, I mean, now I'm just thinking about: is there any way? Like every time any business, like small business, big business, has tried to make something either like greener or non-sweatshop, it's like highly unaffordable. It's like $40 for a fucking T-shirt to make it like ethically.
I don't know that that's true. I think they just want to maximize profit as much as possible.
Don't start pulling on the thread of capitalism.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on here? It's all bad, pretty much.
Yeah. I wish we could find a way to.
I mean,
get
it can be done.
I buy used clothes most of the time. I mean, that's where I've gotten 95% of my T-shirts, or from specific events.
Yeah.
Event shirts.
Yeah.
Well, even just someone who has printed shirts with local screen, like whatever, trying to do it, like a Bella and Canada, like there's not a brand you can use.
Right.
It is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to literally try to make a shirt, which is like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I can tell you, it's not going to look great.
a knit.
Locally sourced,
Yeah.
ethically made.
Like grow a cotton.
And it's absolutely terrible. And you can't even wear it.
Make a loom,
Yeah.
so you know the loom came from a good spot. And then make the shirt. It'll take you 10
Yeah.
years, and it'll look like a no fear shirt, kind of.
Yeah.
It'll be the Jinkos of t-shirts.
Good for maybe 2 wears. And then it's done.
Yeah. Well. Capitalism.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably have a civil war.
Well,
where both sides are actually should be fighting the corporations, but instead we fight each other.
right.
Anyway, yeah.
I like Walmart. I like Target.
yeah. Macy's.
I was always particular to J.C. Penney's.
Oh yeah.
Rocket launcher open.
Yeah.
How do we fix capitalism, boys? Never mind.
Yeah.
Here, I got a video that's gonna warm everybody's hearts. Shiloh,
Hooray.
are you ready? Yeah. This video is not brought to you by Sweatshop Labor, everybody.
Promise.
Sorry I brought it up.
Well, I'm not gonna promise, but oh, all right.
He had to set it up.
I had to set it up. Everyone's got opinions. All right, we click on 3, Shiloh. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. KCC.
Well, guys, this afternoon here at Adventureland, we met a woman who has turned her love for a very specific ride into an obsession.
Oh dear.
And I am not overstating that in any sense
And
of
the
the word.
local video too.
In the
Cut
middle
to
of
Sibian.
Adventureland, this kingdom ruled by kids sits a 74-year-old woman who calmly takes her place
Hi, Wilson.
among the prepubescents surrounding her.
Told, hate that.
Shirley Beakley never screams like everyone else. She's too busy counting
Oh, 65.
her daily total rocketing skyward like the space shot.
68.
Oh,
She
my
goes
God.
up, comes down,
I think it's 70.
over and over, wearing the contented look of someone exactly where they want to be.
Like to stay on it, and I like to give it as many times as I can on it. I feel like she young at springtime.
Shirley never married, no kids, which has provided ample time to visit Adventureland throughout her life.
Doesn't
The
have time. She's
obsession
riding the
with
space
space
shot all
Yeah.
day.
started about 3 years ago.
This is like you're taking off in the airline and then landed.
I'm not sure I've ever known anyone who's loved a single ride quite as much as Shirley loves the space shuttle.
If you're going to have
You
an
don't say.
addiction, there are worse you could choose.
I love that space shot ride.
When last we left Shirley, she was closing in on 90 times up Space Shot here at Adventureland, only about halfway to her all-time one-day record she set last summer, 182 times.
Good God.
At
What the
Adventureland, Mark
hell?
Tauscher.
How many
KCCA
times
News,
did she shit on
Iowa
this
News
ride?
Leader.
That's what. Okay, so this was just on May 31st. Space Shot Shirley died at Unity Point Health, Marshalltown. She was 84.
Oh.
Oh.
When did this air originally?
That clip, not so sure.
Oh, okay.
If I'm honest with you.
All right, so all the comments I was about to make are now off.
Yeah.
no, I mean I think
Off
you
the
can. We can respect.
I mean,
her
she's not
honor.
going to hear him now.
Yep, she was 84 though, but 182 times in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be
2014.
so physically
The swamp ass.
discombobulated.
Yeah.
I would
How-
feel terrible.
How
How does she
often
do that?
was she going? I wonder.
Let's
Every
see.
day?
I
Does
would
she get
guess.
off and back on, or they just let her sit there?
So it looks like in 2011 she fell in love with Space Shot at Adventureland Park.
Huh.
2013 is when she set her all-time highest number. That means she must have showed up like when they opened and just rode that fucker
Yeah,
all day.
right?
Yeah.
Like I said, no wonder she didn't have time for relationships or anything else. I mean,
No.
Fuck them kids. Got to get up on the space shot
Yeah.
for the 79th time today.
yes.
Everybody in line for the space shot, scrambling for the spot that isn't next to the stinky old woman.
Well, she was even like, "Hello, Wilson." Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I just, I found that to be a wild story. So rest
That
in
is a
peace
wild story.
to a lady
Yeah.
that knew what she liked, and that was the funny feeling you get in your stomach when you go up and down a hill, kind of thing. You know,
You suppose she was actually addicted to it?
maybe.
I mean, that's off the charts. Like that's not like 20 times. It
Yeah.
should be crazy.
182 times.
She got addicted to the feeling of her stomach getting queasy, going up and
That's
down.
what I think. I think because I remember being a young man and like those, you take the big hill like on a road trip.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'd be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but something. I love that space shot ride, she said while harnessed in, waiting to shoot 235 feet in the air. I like to stay on it and get as many times as I can on it. I feel young as springtime.
Yeah.
I think that was in that video.
That was.
Young as springtime indeed. 84. Maybe there's a secret to having your brain sloshed around on the fucking space shot that many times you live to be 84.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good run.
That is.
Because you'd think there might be a little CTE involved in that. Maybe that was the problem. She has no family, so we're not insulting anyone.
No. Yeah.
God bless.
Her family was the space shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
When she died, they put her on and just shot her in the face.
they just left the harness off, cranked it up. See you later. See you later,
What she
Shirley.
wanted. It's what she wanted. Okay.
Old woman lands in farm field 2 miles from Adventureland. Outlet mall parking lot. Car damaged by falling old woman.
Her smoking remains.
From re-entry.
I think it's bad. I mean, she found some shit.
Yeah,
that
hey,
she liked.
Great.
I mean, I can't judge. I think
A lot of people had that same exact story, except it's not the space shot. It's crack cocaine.
Yes, yeah.
that is correct.
And they don't make it to 84.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I think she made the better call on that.
And I certainly can't judge because I've definitely watched Lord of the Rings at least 182 times.
In a day?
If I could, I would. There's just not enough hours.
Man.
Because I guess that whole ride probably only takes, from the
40 seconds.
Yeah,
30.
right.
They probably go up and down like 4 or 5 times.
Few minutes.
Yeah.
That's a whole day. That is
I know.
from park open till
She fucking loved that.
Yeah.
Fell in love with the space. Yeah, and that was part of. But it didn't come off. Maybe they cut parts out, but it didn't come off to me like those people on My Strange Addiction or anything, where they like are in love with a lamp.
yeah,
Yeah.
fall in love with a car.
Yeah. Those are hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see.
I'm curious how
I think there was
often-
something sexual.
How many days? I imagine there probably was.
I think there have to be.
Yeah.
As a young,
Riding that lump in the middle.
yeah, I can say as someone who's had some experiences with things in my life, the only thing I've ever done that many times in one day was whacking off. So there's got to be
I
something.
love the way it makes me feel.
I think there's
Keeps
got to
me
be
young.
something sexual there.
Young as spring.
You don't do anything that much if it's not sexual, and I'll go on the record for that.
That's just science.
I think that
Can't argue
is
with
nice.
science.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Pride Fest is going on this past weekend
Yes.
here in Des Moines. I don't know if that's across the board. Does everyone
June is Pride Month.
Different weekends in
Okay.
June across
Yes.
Yeah.
every city,
from coast to coast?
Yep.
The Missouri to the Mississippi. Ooh. I love doing Toll's jokes, and then Then that split second where he's like,
That's really funny.
"Yeah, oh wait,
Yeah.
I shouldn't burn his punchlines, but that does get a laugh every single time.
That was one. I was like, I don't even understand why they're laughing.
Because it's fun.
I guess.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, I
Missouri
don't.
to the
I kept doing
Mississippi.
it. Mm-hmm.
But at Pride Fest, which I checked out on Friday, said Friday, strangely.
Friday.
Friday. Lieutenant Day and Ice
For no particular
Cream.
reason, I went to Pride Fest on Friday.
And I just kept coming and coming.
Jenny. Jenny looks different. But I went to Pride Fest, and I learned a few things. I learned something every time I go to Pride Fest, but I've learned now that I am a Pride Fest 2, I think. I was getting no looks, no glances whatsoever. When I was a hot little toddy, maybe 9.5 years ago, maybe had a little something going for me, but I don't think I'm any. I'm not hot enough to be gay, is what I realized.
Oh,
wrong
go to
about
the
that.
Blazing Saddle, and you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
I literally went to the Blazing Saddle.
Oh, well, during Pride Fest. Go on a
On an off
random
night?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm an off night.
And then you'll be like, I'm
Steal.
doing okay. Well, I was surprised by the number of white button-down shirts and mustaches. Not the mustaches, I guess, but
I
I
was
like,
even mustached at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
It's kind of balanced out a bit more, but I was.
Oh yeah,
I was shocked.
your beard has come back with the fury.
Thank you.
You ain't kidding when you say it grows back fast.
Yeah, you had just a mustache.
I'm like
last
that
time I
guy
saw
from
you.
Entourage.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why all the hair on top fell out, because the hair on your beard is pushing everything out of there.
It's getting darker as well.
Yeah.
I find
Interesting.
as I've gotten older.
Well, I used to have the polar bear,
Yeah.
like straight up
That's
polar
right.
bear stash.
Yeah, you're like Benjamin buttoning your
Yeah.
facial hair.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. And now there's more white, like aged white, not just like see-through white.
Well, speaking of white hair, that was one of my little things I
Iridescent.
remembered when I was at the Blazing Saddle. So I was trying to track down Matt Lamb. I thought I'd find him in the wild.
Busted.
Yep.
Gotcha being gay in public, man.
Gotcha.
I knew it. He's
I
like,
knew you were telling the truth about being gay. But I, but I was just kind of cruising almost, dare I say, cruising
yeah.
on foot. But I saw he was basically like jacked Santa Claus. Very handsome.
Okay. Yeah.
Like handsome, sexy Santa Claus. But here was the catch. He was like 4.5 feet tall.
Oh,
wow.
interesting.
And everybody, he was surrounded.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him.
Little gay spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. I was like taking lemons and making lemonade. over here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, little fella.
But it was cool to see.
That's nice. I remember my roommate used to have work parties at our house. And one of the best compliments I ever got, he'd bring everybody he worked with to our house. And I was manning the grill. And this gay guy that he worked with came over and he's like, "Oh my God, look at all this delicious meat." He goes, "The food looks pretty good too." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." Blushing, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'm far more vain than I am straight.
Yeah.
Keep it coming.
Yes, yes.
It is true. I'm as far as I know, a completely straight dude, but there's nothing as flattering as a gay guy just being like just taking it hard to the hoop. You're like,
Oh, I love it.
sir.
That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for on Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna spin a lap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drain the club. They're gonna follow me, you know? And just to be like, realize you're mid,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Realizing you're mid at the gay pride. It wasn't for me though, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Pride is not set up for us to be gay bait. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
I mean, there's also, you're in a position there
I was
where
looking
there's
to be in a
so
position.
many, where there's a lot of, a concentration of,
Yeah.
LGBTQIA+.
There's plenty of eye
And
candy.
so that you, maybe in a different situation, you'd actually be better
You're like,
off.
hello, fellow gays.
Yes. Hello.
I tap my unicorn hat. Good day.
Good day,
Yeah.
gents.
Next time, rock a Speedo or something, you know?
Yeah. I think that was part of it too. I wasn't loud enough.
Yeah.
You know, I thought maybe my subdued kind of demure look would
Yeah.
like
Oh, they're like, oh, look at this straight guy looking for.
looking for attention.
Looking for attention.
Yeah. They saw him from a mile away. And it shocked me. I figured Pride Fest starts. I understand that people want eventually to get off work, but they have the food trucks and all this shit there.
Mhm.
But by the time I got there, it was like 9 p.m. and I had mentioned earlier, I was looking for maybe a corn dog, a funnel cake,
Yeah.
something. Instead, it was all liquor and White Claw and no food. And I was like, that's how these gays stay so sexy.
Yeah.
They're not pigging out at the gas station
No.
like I do.
No carbs after 7 p.m.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're drinking seltzers and looking great.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I drink seltzers.
And you look great.
Hmm.
See, you would have drained the club.
Who knows?
They would have saw those Crocs and they would have been like, this guy.
I remember a couple years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago at Pride, during the parade, I fucking bumped into a car in the parking garage and set the car alarm off. And everyone gave looked up with this dirty fucking look. And I was like, And once the car alarm stopped beeping, everyone within earshot started clapping. And I was like, I brought everyone together, baby. It was awesome. Yeah.
United under hatred for toll.
Yes.
There is something. I mean, it happens at the club a lot. Alarm going off. And you're
Yeah.
just praying for it to go off.
Yes.
It does. It's like the
Yeah.
success baby.
Yeah. I'm so glad to have it over. Did you see anything exciting?
Oh, I saw plenty of things that
Yeah.
were exciting.
Yeah.
Tantalizing. Things that piqued my interest. Yeah, Rebecca Black,
Oh, yeah.
the Friday song girl, she was there. So I
Yeah.
caught a bit of that set, but I did not catch Friday, unfortunately, because obviously I'm assuming she closed.
I wonder
Probably
if
opened
she's.
and closed.
I
with that.
suppose she still has to do that.
I think
she like
it's in the
course.
contract.
Yeah, I would think so.
And why not? I mean, like even if it's annoying to her, I mean, it is what kind of started it.
Yeah.
We all know that stupid song, so
Yep.
I
we
mean,
do
it was
not
literally
sing
on
it.
Friday too.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of got to do it.
You got to get down on Friday. You know?
Gotta get party and party, yeah, party and party, yes. And I guess over time she's sort of become a queer icon of sorts.
That's hilarious.
and her
Good
music
for her.
after the fact is pretty good. Like the stuff I heard didn't
Yeah.
sound bad.
I
it's
saw
legit.
her.
It's not Friday level stuff.
No,
She was on some like Tosh. Maybe did Tosh do?
That is, yes, she was.
And it was like, oh, she turned into a pretty talented woman.
yeah.
Good for her.
yeah. I mean, considering all the way that you could have been JoJo Siwa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know her, but like every picture I see of her, she looks insane. I don't know what- Is she
Yeah.
just like a?
She was a YouTuber, or she was originally on Dance Moms. She was a
Oh.
dancer.
Yeah.
I never watched that show, but that's where she came from. Then she became very popular on YouTube with hair bows and like outrageous colors and super excited all the time.
Yeah.
High energy.
Which I don't like. I
So
resent
young
that.
girls loved her. And I remember like seeing this happen, and she was like 17 and still wearing these bows and acting like she's 10. I'm like, this
Little
whole
little
thing's
broke
gonna-
brain.
This is gonna have to end. How's it gonna change? And now she's like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And some people
No,
are
I'm
upset,
being naughty.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
like
all
she's
right.
the first gay pop icon, and
Yeah.
people are like a big old eye
Right.
roll.
Yeah, like
for her
Miley
whole
Cyrus
existence.
dyed her pubes and showed everyone.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
We all remember that.
Yeah, when you're a child star and like you're at your apex in the waning teen years, you're like, well, everything has to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be just as good somehow, or this is over because I can't. This little kid thing is, you can't keep acting like a kid as an adult because then you get lots of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
well,
of weird people.
Even like Daniel Radcliffe with Equius, I think.
Yeah. Showing his dangus.
Yeah, showing his dick. Where it's there is something about like showing your pubes or your dick. That, like, it's just like now you have to see me as an adult, or you're a pedophile, and it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luckily, we didn't have to do that. you
Nope.
know?
Came out as men.
That's right.
I wonder if the Daniel Dangus got fluffed pre-show. If they had somebody backstage,
I
to
would
be like,
request it.
yeah, to be like, we need to stretch this thing out.
Grow a kiss, city boy.
yeah.
That's over. You
Yeah.
can't be Harry Potter.
Yeah, get the hair dryer.
Yeah.
Warm it up.
Stick it in a hot tub jet for a while.
Yeah.
We got to loosen your ball back a little here. We got to make you look good. Because it does fly. I mean, that's something that I feel like is not talked about enough is the fluctuation in penis. Like mine goes from like the worst like turtle penis you've ever seen to like pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, was this guy a rock star?
Yeah. I know exactly. I mean, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then kind of like like medium penis, like at the doctor kind
Yeah.
of penis.
God, at the doctor, you're like, think about boobs. Do something. Come on.
You're embarrassing me.
Yes. Yes.
Because the doctor's talking to all his
Yeah.
doctor friends about my dick after this.
Yes. Yeah.
At least that's what you think.
I mean, I've heard doctors talk about dicks, so it does happen.
Yeah, I mean they have to talk about it with somebody.
Yeah. No names, But
Actually, they don't. It's illegal.
it
so
is fully illegal.
Yeah, the names.
That's how
but
that
you,
works.
But you can talk
Yeah.
about the dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have some anonymous stories, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
I've heard anonymous.
This
big-
one ice cream guy's penis.
It was pretty weird.
Yeah. Mm. He had a little hat on it.
And a monocle.
Yeah. That man loves that ice cream. Mm.
I can't tell you who it is.
No hints. Yeah. But I do feel like that isn't talked about. You know, there's many
Sure, no one's ever talked about
Yeah, there's a
many
whole
faces.
Seinfeld episode,
about the many faces of penises.
the shrinkage episode.
Yeah, but that's just one specific angle.
I suppose.
You know? Everyone knows the pool angle.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so
talking
many more
about-
angles.
There is.
I got pre-comedy and post-comedy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
My pre-comedy penis, awful.
Yeah, my having to pee 15 times with my little ding-a-ling, and then post-comedy, I'm like, anybody want to come look at this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Give it a peek.
When I first wake up, my penis is great.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
Yeah.
why. I think it's just laying down or something.
Your
Yeah.
testosterone is higher. That's
Yeah.
highest in the morning.
Really?
You're also taller when you wake up. Did you know that's
That
true?
explains
Yeah.
it.
You're like half an inch taller because you've been laying down and your spine expands.
Decompress.
It
Yeah.
makes so much. I feel tall. My
Yep.
penis looks tall.
Yeah.
Walking tall.
Yeah, like the
Yep.
Rock. Yeah. And then over time, it just beats down me and my penis to like a little, just a little sad mushroom over
Yep.
the day.
Very shy.
Yeah.
You know who loves this?
It's like we're not.
Shyla.
Yeah.
We talked about toxic shock syndrome earlier. We covered some bases. We're allowed to talk about our bodies. I'm not ashamed of my body. Pride is about
Body
being proud of
positive.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Body positive.
I'll tell
Our
you when
penises are
mine,
negative.
the weirdest experience was being on ecstasy the first time. It's been a long, long time. And being like, man,
Couple weeks.
I feel like the coolest person of all time with the littlest penis ever.
Yes.
This is like wow, way to go. But I still felt awesome, so it didn't matter.
And that's the truth,
It's a
I guess,
wash.
at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
is that it doesn't matter.
No.
Because there's a whole, I think there's a whole, strain of mushroom called penis envy.
Really?
Of like, like a psychotropic or whatever. a
Oh, I
psychedelic mushroom,
believe that. Sure.
Literally called penis envy. I wonder if that's something to do with it.
Because
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it looks like when it grows.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
Like a
wiener.
penis. That makes sense.
Mm.
It's, yeah.
So then you're looking at these mushrooms and you're like, you think you have dicks, but you think it's you fucking think you're better than me.
I'll meet all you. I'll show you. And your dick falls off an hour later. And you're like, well, this took a turn.
Like one of those Chicago cicadas.
Yeah.
My penis fell off and ran away.
Turn into a zombie, your dick falls off. Don't take penis
AJ.
envy.
Well, and I have to think that like a full blown like cosmonaut level dose ego death would help with that too. You know, whatever surface level things like that, worrying about like hyper.
I mean, just
bodily
watch The
shit.
Hangover, and you'll feel unless you.
Yeah, but that's
I'm not
comparative.
judging anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Took me a
Sorry,
second.
Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
But some of the tripping I've done over the years has helped me with like, I guess maybe some dysmorphia stuff, but more like hating the way I look type shit.
Right.
Tripping it because looking in the mirror, there's no worse time to do it than when tripping,
Jesus.
arguably.
Or better time.
But
it
yeah.
can go either way.
It usually goes one way for me.
Yeah. Bad?
Wishing I had not done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Sometimes I really don't,
Yeah.
and sometimes I do. Sometimes I like to just sit there and make faces.
Yeah. Yeah, and your mirror's like, Jesus.
yeah.
I wish I had some fucking drugs right now.
Isn't there something on TV right now you want to watch?
Yeah. Look at
turns
all my
into a-
pores.
It's like a mirror from Beauty and
Yeah.
the Beast. Suddenly, it has arms and it's talking. It's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Me and the teacup are out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the one and only time I did acid, which ended horribly, but we've already talked about it, I think, on the podcast at some point. But when it was good, when the getting was good for the first couple hours, I decided I wanted to try to do a self-portrait from memory. I wish I
Okay.
would have kept it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And it was cool. And I think it actually helped me work through a bunch of stuff because
Yeah.
from when I was a little kid, I remember not liking how I looked and stuff, which is, severe self-esteem issues and things like that.
Yeah.
But I could see, you could do that with hating your penis too, maybe.
Yeah. I can see that.
I mean, there's people that do. I had to learn to love my penis as time went on.
I mean,
Me
I
and my penis
remember.
have been like this since day one.
Really? I think porn fucked me up where I was.
No, I
yeah.
absolutely agree with that. And being like, is this that seems is mine genuinely wondering?
Yeah, it's mine fucked up because it doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
Like
that fucking summer sausage in the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, next to the tin of popcorn that you can buy. Or whatever. Yeah. But I really had to have girlfriends and stuff over the years help me understand that.
Talk your penis off a ledge.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Or it's patting its shoulder.
You're okay, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool, dog. But it was hanging its head, sort of. Just I don't even want to anymore, dog.
Looking up.
I genuinely, I mean, but my first, I dealt with that pretty hard.
Yeah,
honestly.
Alex is laughing at us, but this is real shit.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that.
Enough about that.
There's someone out there.
Yeah. Enough about our regular penises.
Our totally regular penises.
Mine's
Penises that we
huge.
now love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to say this. I actually I joined the Des Moines scanner group in hopes of seeing more details, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But
Like police scanner?
yes.
Okay.
Because I was driving. Ooh. What street? It's one of the. It might be Hickman or one of the streets that goes over the river, but it's more north. Fuck. It's a street that goes by that Burger King, and the scooters there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like Hickman and MLK? That Burger King?
I don't know if it's the MLK one.
The Burger King.
you know where, Barnum
on Second
Factory?
Avenue?
Oh, I know what you're talking about by the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
bridge
Yeah.
that
By
goes-
Mercy.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
okay.
the bridge
Euclid.
that happens before Euclid. That happens before the hospital, but
Right.
it's on the way to it. Anyway, I'm minding my business, clearly not knowing what streets are and things like that, like I just demonstrated.
Lamenting your penis.
Yeah.
Yes. Staring out the window. My penis is driving, crying. And I'm looking out the
AJ's in the
window.
back seat. Like, we got to start getting along, man. We're going to get our shit together.
That's me.
Yeah. We got to get on the same page.
You're not jumping in the river, dude.
I think it's time. He tries to yank the wheel, and I'm yanking the wheel back. And my balls are just shrugging, I don't know.
He's okay with us.
Yeah. Never had a problem back then.
Anyway.
Anyway, so that's what was going on. I'm driving, and not out of the ordinary, especially in that area. I see the little cherries coming from the other direction towards the bridge. I'm getting ready to come on the bridge. They're kind of almost the same distance. But I didn't realize, I thought this person was trying to get out of the way to let them pass, as people do.
Yeah.
But instead, it was a high-speed chase.
Oh, shit.
But at this point, I'm already on the bridge, and I'm like, everyone in front of me was still going, so I'm like, oh. But I saw them roll out the strip to try to stop the guy.
Oh, damn.
Because he was hauling ass, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't realize it until you're closer. 'Cause,
Right.
whatever. But they roll out the strip, but then I think they did the math real quick, and we're like, oh, roll it back up quick. Fuck, because
AJ's coming.
yeah, 'cause they saw me and a few
Yeah.
other people on the bridge, and they're like, if they strip him, he might lose control and come into us.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. I mean, I guess it wasn't that great of a story, but it was amazing.
Oh, you
to
saw
see.
the
Pretty
spike
crazy,
strip
dude.
put out.
I've
Yeah,
never
the
seen a
strip, and then
spike
they
strip.
rolled, and the guy was like, "Oh fuck!" and rolled it back in, afraid to lose his job probably. But it was weird just to be driving the other direction and then watching, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
5 cars following this guy. It was like a big, maybe a Suburban. It was a big SUV of some sort.
I thought they weren't supposed to do that anymore.
The strip.
No, the fucking high-speed chases.
They
Because they're
still do.
dangerous as hell.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It
wondering.
made, it,
I was like, what if he just wrenched it over in my
Yeah.
lane and killed me right there?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even,
I think that's fucked up. High-speed chases.
I was-
personally, in real life.
I was
fun in movies.
laying in bed, like I think it was in the fall because it was nice out. I had the windows open and it was like around midnight. And house is on University, so the windows are open. I can just hear traffic go by all night.
Yeah.
And I'm laying there, and I can hear I'm like, ooh, I could hear police sirens off in the distance, which is almost every night. And then I can hear a car coming, and it's getting close. I'm like, I think this car is going fast. And I'm laying there, I hear a go right by.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I think that car was going like 100 miles an hour. Just like the Doppler in my brain tracking it. Like that thing was moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, the cop cars. And then all of a sudden the cop car. And then like 13 cop cars or so just flying by. So then I hop on the Des Moines Scanner Squad Twitter. And they're like, high-speed chase in progress. I'm like, yep.
Nice.
So I just keep updating that. And it's like, now they're on 41st.
Yeah.
Now they're on 30 seconds.
Damn.
Now they're heading like for half an hour. Like I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Tick tick. They ended up on the south side. They dumped the car and ran for like a mile and they got him. But it was so weird just laying there like, I think a high speed chase is happening. It goes past my house and I just track it live on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I know that half an hour later they got him. Guy drove all across town.
Wow.
Ended up on the south side like 5 minutes later, just going balls to the wall.
Wow.
Well, it's funny too because in those situations like the one you're talking about and the one I saw, it's a little bit like when like a baseball team gets in a fight where guys start running out of the dugout because like you'll see the cop car come and then you'll see his buddy sliding behind him and then it's like another one comes in or whatever. The whole crew eventually, then it's like 9 fucking cars all behind him. I'm like, maybe someone should come from a different angle.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
What is lining up behind him going to do?
Yeah, because there was like 4 or 5 in the one I saw. Yeah, your street must be crazy because even Beaver, because I'm right.
Yep.
I don't know if I should say that on the podcast, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But same thing where I like listening to the cars go by because it's a semi-busy street.
Yeah.
But I remember during the George Floyd protests over by Target, our house got shot up.
Yeah.
I think they were just like indiscriminately kind of shooting out the window.
Yeah,
And it turns out it was white kids too. So,
course.
it wasn't even what all the white panic would have been about.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It was rabble rousing from
It's crazy.
Poison roses out there.
That's right.
Repping.
It was a crazy time. I guess it continues to be a crazy time. I do not think they should do high-speed chases, personally, especially with all the technology that we have now.
Yeah, I feel like
It's like you're just endangering more people by doing this.
I think
yeah.
I think we just got a drone for the police to
Yeah.
use that they were talking about for things like that. But I'm sure within the next decade there'll be like a swarm of them always
Right.
eye in the sky.
Yeah.
Shoot a big net.
Yeah.
I mean, it would work.
She just have them up there. Shoot a little EMP, hit them, boom,
Yeah.
turn the car off. Yep. And the rest of the block, but you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
Fuck it.
as long as you're not. Yeah. Everyone on life support in the block is dead. All my fucking fish are dead.
God.
Oh, that would make me mad.
Yeah. My cat's little water fountain's not working right now.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Gonna shit in the closet again. But it was, it was thrilling in a way.
Yeah, for sure. I've
Yeah.
never seen a spike strip taken out ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of interesting because the way they design them, they roll out real fast.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
throw them out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And the guy's trying to grab it back really fast. Ow!
Yeah, need those gloves they use for the mandolin. Yeah. All right. Well, oh yeah, we have way more videos. Toll, I think you'll really enjoy.
Oh yeah, videos.
Oh boy.
Yes, I think you'll really enjoy this one. I'm trying to bring a little news into it. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I don't need that. Shiloh, we will be doing video 2.
Totally awesome or totally.
Oh,
right?
boy.
Look at this.
I'm
China's
sorry,
military.
Shiloh. I'm sorry. It starts playing automatically. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Totally awesome or totally frightening. Look
Dude.
at this. China's military has released this video of a 4-legged robot marching through a field with an automatic rifle mounted on its back. The Chinese state broadcaster calls it the newest member of China's urban combat operations. The robot dogs are programmed to conduct reconnaissance, identify the enemy, and strike the target. If that thing comes around the corner and if you're on the other side,
gosh.
you're done.
Yeah, over.
No thanks.
and it's also a ninja chop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slice and dice.
I saw a picture and was able to track down that video. That's pretty fucking wild. dog.
It is. Have some of the Boston Dynamics robot dogs now, and I sent you guys that video of the anthropomorphic robot standing up. All this shit. They put a head on one of these, not one of these robot dogs, but on a different kind of robot dog, and like it's like jumping around with this puppet head.
Yeah, it had like a.
You're like, oh my God.
It had a Muppet suit, like a Muppet dog suit over. So you could see its little metal feet.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it had the head and the body and
You're
tail.
like, this
and,
thing
and
looks like it's alive. Yes, with like a living cartoon.
That would be terrifying if those those end up being the cop dogs, the big friendly looking Muppet dogs that are
like Wilfred.
tasing and yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is the future. I'm telling you, AI and robots and guns mixed together.
High speed.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something else.
Yeah, I just love that it's like, all right, well, first things first, let's put a gun on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that step one, can it walk?
Yeah.
We got it walking pretty well. All right, so we can just stick a gun right on top of it, right?
And that's literally what they did. I mean, it just looks bolted on there.
Well,
like, all right,
I mean,
nice.
the NYPD has at least 2 robot dogs working for it right now. I'm pretty sure.
God damn.
Yeah.
Wait, robot dogs?
Yes, sir. And I think they're used for like bombs and stuff to like send them in.
Well,
which is good.
Yeah, I see,
but
like,
yeah,
that seems like a worthwhile.
I don't know.
robot
I don't know
venture.
enough about it, but I'm 99% sure there's at least 2 of them working for the NYPD. Not working, they're not getting paid.
Right.
Doing work for
Which is a whole thing that I see people talk about too. Is like if they are smart enough to a level, like do you have to consider like do they get PTO now or something?
Dude, I mean, in 10 years, are any of us going to have jobs? Hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say. This might be the only job left. Good thing we're here right now.
Yeah.
We're setting ourselves up for the future.
Yes.
But I think they're talking about with like on the singularity level.
Yeah.
Of almost like AI that
Self-aware.
that movie with
Terminator. Any movie with science fiction.
No, I
over
think
the
it's a
last-
movie called AI, the one that
Oh yeah, with Haley Joel Osment. Yeah.
Kubrick was like supposed to
Yep.
make it. I think.
He made half of it, and
Yeah.
Spielberg finished it because
That
he
one.
died.
That movie was lame. I feel like.
Yeah,
but
it was a
but it
little-
did cover some of that. Like they were so smart and human-like.
Yeah.
The whatever.
Are they alive?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what sort of rights do they afford?
Yep.
Or something.
Yeah, I think that'll be a real question in the future.
Yeah, it'll get weird when it's like, all right, I guess I have to take my fleshlight out on a date tonight.
What do you want to watch?
Quit nagging me.
Yeah. So, are you doing anything fun this weekend? You have a small talk with your rubber pussy.
What do you think of my penis?
Yeah. I think it's nice.
Be honest.
Or don't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I won't believe you regardless. That's the truth, and that is the truth. All right, another video for you. I'll keep it moving, folks. All right. Whoa.
Oh, do we need to? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Shyla. Shyla's fretting, but
Are we on 4?
we are on 3, as a matter of fact. All righty.
Are you two ready?
Are you ready, Shyla?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So this video is in Nepal.
Are those bees?
These are bees. Look at these
Good
people
God.
harvesting that honey.
Yeah.
That honeycomb, dog.
The old,
Oh, man.
Next
old-fashioned
time
way.
you eat honeycomb cereal, think about this.
Yeah,
They
they're
want
on the side of a cliff, dangling by ropes.
Yeah, like
mountain
almost like
climbing
those
equipment.
crazy window washer type
Yeah.
people, but on the side of a cliff with, I mean,
That's a massive bee
millions of
colony.
bees.
Yes, millions.
I've never seen that many bees or a honeycomb, whatever that is.
It's like a
That's
Jurassic honeycomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
that is nuts.
So that was just more, I guess, something cool.
Did one of you guys send me that that yellow jacket's nest under the porch?
No.
Oh, I think somebody
not
said
I.
it was fucking crazy. This guy, it says like beware of yellow jackets, and then the guy takes the panel off this porch, and these yellow jackets start going crazy. And underneath the porch of this house, it's like the whole thing is a yellow jacket nest.
Jesus.
I was like, whoa, yeah, I thought they burrowed under the ground, but this is fucking insane. Yeah, it was nuts.
God damn. Are yellow jackets in the same category as wasps, where they're just here to fuck shit up?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No honey.
Right.
no.
They're the toxic masculinity of the.
I think they're
Bug world.
predators, so they eat smaller bugs. But they also will like
And our food for
land
the
in your
other
root
bugs.
beer. Yeah, at the state fair.
Right. Sting your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
I also think people have different definitions of what they call yellow jackets. Like
Yeah, I
there's
think
more
it-
than one thing that people call yellow jackets.
Because them and hornets, I always thought were pretty similar.
I think hornets are the big black ones.
Rough.
Have you ever seen those big ass black wasps? Wasps.
Wasp?
I think those
Wasps.
are hornets.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like
Beats me.
bugs. a
I'll never
lot.
know.
I don't-
Maybe
yeah.
it's like one of those like lawyer attorney things.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
like one of them has paperwork and one of them doesn't. One of them went to college.
Uh.
All right. Another this one you're really gonna like, Toll.
Oh man.
All right. Don't worry, Shiloh. I'm gonna pause it. Oh. This one has music.
Oh no.
Oh, look at this. Poor crow.
Oh, and the title, you'll never believe the intelligence of a common crow until you've seen it.
And it's a crow clearly distraught in maybe a lake somewhere, and someone's paddling up next to it. That's where the video begins for the audio listeners. All right. 1, 2, 3, action. Whoa. Let me turn down the Casey
Oh.
Musgraves here.
Rescue the little fellow with the paddle,
The crow's like
hanging out,
Now it's
looking good.
It's giving it a haircut.
Yeah.
Right? Lining it up.
Wants to get brushed some more.
Brings the brush back.
Yes. Crows will remember you if you do something good for them or something bad to them. They can remember you for the rest of their lives.
And then clearly this crow does. It's
Yeah.
playing with the dog.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Now look at this.
Dude, they can talk. Crows can.
So it's one of those
It's
cup
playing.
games.
Yes. Knows what size of cup to put into the other size of cup. This is nuts.
I know comedians that couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Now
He
it's
wants-
messing with the cat,
Yep,
whichever one
wants
she
to bully-
Bullying the
food.
cat.
is it.
I would like your cat food, please.
Yes, thank you.
Most clearly edited.
And it's giving it to the dog.
Yep.
It's like
Damn,
Bernie
him and the
beating-
dog have a side deal.
Yeah. Neat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I've watched so many crow intelligence videos. It is
yeah.
truly bananas.
Is that par for the crow course? Would you say there?
That was pretty high. I mean, the cup thing was pretty cool. The stacking the cups in proper order and actually watching him do it wrong and then correct it was pretty amazing.
Why can't you have a pet crow? Like, why can't you go
I think
to a
they're too like you can pretty much you can know a crow. Like I think people do have pet crows, but they're kind of temperamental. So like you're better off to befriend a wild crow that will come hang out with you.
It's so tough, though.
Yeah.
It is. I've been trying to do it for years, and I never have the right. It's my New Year's resolution every year, and I never have. When a
Yeah.
crow is in the area where I could actually get it to work, I never have anything to give the crow.
You need to have something with you at all times.
I do. I need to. I probably will now.
Your
I
little
know they
fanny
like
pack.
shiny things.
Yeah,
They
get a
do.
fanny pack. put
And
a
they
little
will
mirror in
like
it.
if you start feeding crows, they'll start bringing you gifts to your house. And I know I've seen an old crow like documentary where these people couldn't figure out why their car was always out of gas, and it was because they left the keys in it in the garage, and the crow would fly.
The crow
in
would
there.
take it overnight and
It
drive
would-
around.
Go cruising. Pick up its crow friends.
The crow would just come in there, fly through the sunroof, and start the car till the fucking gas ran out every
That's
single
crazy.
night. Yeah,
It's trying to kill itself.
yeah.
I can't take
And
it anymore.
I mean, they showed.
I don't like my dick.
And there was a more recent one I've seen is people in masks go out into like a field where crows are around and do some mean shit. It looks like the crows, and the crows will follow them and like try to attack them when they're wearing that mask. And if you do something cool though, like I heard this professor on NPR talking about how he rehabbed a couple crows, and so when he's on this campus of school, crows will just follow him from tree to tree to like be his buddy. and he can like talk to them. And there's crows that can talk. They can do all kinds of crazy shit.
Can you tell him to attack? Like attack. And point
You
at
probably
someone?
could.
Yeah, a murder of them.
Yeah.
We have a little. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fake, but I did get a crow for toll up there.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Just to
I
remind.
just noticed it for the first time today.
Really?
Yep.
The dream is still alive.
Their dicks aren't that bad.
Thank you, Mr. Crow. That's what I really want.
Yeah.
Walk on stage at the open mic with a crow on my shoulder.
Yeah. When
Pecks the eyes out of hecklers.
get them. Yeah. You don't have a doorman anymore. You've got a couple crows.
That would be effective as hell.
Yeah.
That would.
Even just having like I've had a bird get into a house that I was in before.
Oh yeah.
And even
It's chaos.
like bats are scary, but a bird's just as scary because they just zip around.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
They might have ulterior motives. Murders.
Murder trips.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
cup thing really impressed me though.
It impressed me too. Yes. That I've seen where they have to like figure out a gadget to get a food reward, and they'll like hop all over this thing and like poke at it and pull things out and push things in, and to get one little like almond or some shit, a grub or something. It's
All right, Mr. Crow, I
pretty
need you
cool.
to get me a dumpster.
yeah. Yes.
Roughly 11 by 8.
Yeah. Not 8.
No.
Too wide.
Too wide.
Too wide.
Make sure.
11 by 6 foot 8 inches. 6 foot 10 inches. We'll see.
I got 8 inches. Pride Month. What can I say? All right. Oh yeah, I wrote this down. An unforeseen side effect of going completely sober. Everybody, I want to fist fight every person who has the audacity to even slightly inconvenience anything I want to do, or need to, or have even thought about wanting to do.
How long has it been now?
Like a month and a half.
That's pretty early. That
Of
may
Stone Cold
also
sobriety,
you
yeah.
may not. That might not ever change.
Well, that was the next part I wrote. So I wrote all that, and then I said, or is this a byproduct of getting older? And like Danny Glover, I am just getting too old for this shit.
It could be.
Yes.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That is. I mean, you quit it all,
I know.
everything,
Yeah,
which has been impressive as hell. It also sometimes I'm like, give it a fucking rest, AJ. You know what I'm saying? You're making me look bad. Huh?
But I talked about a little on stage of even like, is the point now just to quit everything I enjoyed doing? Is
Yeah.
that like the goal? Because I don't think it is. Like,
No.
I don't think that's a good goal either. I've been trying to work out a bit about self-medication where I'm like, I mean, but who knows the medication better than me? You know?
Yeah.
Who knows the patient
I'm
better
the
than
best
I?
pharmacist for myself.
Yeah.
That's correct. And what's the harm in some amount of it? I guess there isn't. It's the moderation, I suppose.
Well, I mean, to a lot of people, I know you quit smoking weed, and
Yes.
I know of plenty of people that would consider weed to be medicine for
And I
their
think it can
brains. Yeah.
you know, that's the whole thing. I have trouble with the moderation of it, especially once I quit booze. I was literally smoking like all day, every day.
Yeah.
I could do it covertly with a pen.
But still managing your life pretty well.
Yeah, I would argue like doing better than I ever had at my life.
And how would you say you've been doing the last month and a half? The same. The same, just pissed off.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That sounds right. I know that I'm moody when I quit drinking,
Yeah.
and I know I've never, the times I've attempted to go without nicotine by, I don't know, hour 12, you fuck with me and I'll fucking kill you.
You even look at me wrong.
Yeah. And I have been moderating. I do no more smoking inside. I'm vaping, which is no matter what, it's better for me than cigarettes.
Correct.
Yes.
So
Even
you know,
Johns Hopkins University wrote an article that said that
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah. And as much as they're trying to crack down on vaping for people that have smoked their whole lives excessively, this is helpful for them.
Yep.
I mean, I was able to quit via that basically.
Yeah.
Because I did the vape for like 2 years or so.
Yeah.
And then I dropped it in the snow this winter. And I couldn't find it. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy it because I bought the refillable type one.
Right.
Yeah, I just drink the juice now, I guess.
I thought about buying sticks.
Like, you know what? I'm all in.
Yeah.
AJ's smoking weed, mixing vape juice and vodka. He's like, yeah, we're in it now, baby. No more being pissed off.
I'm on the nicotine scissor.
Oh, God. I take my cigarettes and I dip them in the vape juice and I smoke them.
Like embalming fluid.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think the hard part is just not being able to like go away from myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm the worst company I've ever had.
A great thing.
You know what I mean?
Steve-O has said, Steve-O, the expert on all things.
Sobriety wise.
He is. And he said, but he's like the alcoholism and the substance abuse isn't the disease. It's a symptom of the disease. And the disease is not being able to fucking deal with yourself.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely being yourself and not being able to fucking hang is how I feel all day, every day.
Yeah.
Just awkward in the world.
Yeah. I mean, even Pride Fest was kind of, I joked about it. I mean, it wasn't so much a joke, but the attention I was,
Yeah.
but whatever. But part of it was like, because the club is one thing that feels home-like to me. So I was like, let me go out into the world of people having a good time.
Yeah.
And I felt, like
Get some affirmations in here.
yeah. See if I can just have a good time. And
Yeah.
I felt like the Grinch in Whoville. So
Slinking around Pride.
Yeah. Yeah.
loud noises. Ah.
How the Grinch stole Pride. Oh, the gays down in Whoville.
And they're gaping and they're fluffing and they're
You come in during Pride actually you have to come in
and they
like
feast.
early in the morning.
Feast.
Stealing all their leather
Yeah, stole the harnesses
right.
and the chaps.
and the boas.
And
Yeah, it's hard to like not feel fun in a way because the booze and stuff.
You mean hard to feel fun?
No, hard to not feel fun in a situation where everyone's being fun.
Hard.
Like I'm not feeling fun in a
Right.
situation
yeah.
Yes.
where everyone's being fun themselves.
Yeah,
Can't,
that's.
like,
I mean,
can't
that's
plug into that energy.
Yeah,
that is
like,
the
I can't tap in.
full difficulty of not drinking for me.
Yeah.
I mean, like even in regular situations, I'm like, I sure would be more at ease if I was drinking a little bit. You know.
Oh yeah.
In every virtually every situation I'm in.
Yeah.
With few exceptions. It's not hard to talk to you guys anymore, not drinking.
Well,
but at first, I was like, this is hard. We did this drunk all
I think
the
I
time.
hate AJ now.
Are these the same guys I've been talking to this whole time?
Who the fuck are these guys?
I thought they were cool and hilarious. They fucking suck.
Well, I think, and it might be a mixture of getting older as well and knowing more of what I want, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that meme
You'll
I
be
said,
able to get some clarity on all this.
I think that's what is happening in tandem with the not drinking, because we've talked about where it's like I used to hang out with these fucking morons, like
Yeah.
where at open mics and
Yeah.
stuff, like the conversations I would entertain. That now I'm like, I can't handle
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where I'm worried because I'm like, am I becoming like more coarse in? Like, am I disliking too many things? Because now that's like my new habit.
Right.
Is being like indifferent or hating shit because I'm sober.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to change your mind.
Well, that's what I've gotten to where
I don't know. I bought
used
a picnic
to-
basket recently.
job done.
Yeah.
You did it.
It's full of grenades.
I sort of lost my train of thought. No, that's okay. But just like feeling, oh, I know. I used to have FOMO, like nobody's fucking business.
Yes.
Like I did not want to fucking miss anything because I had to have.
like Aerosmith. You don't want to miss a thing.
That's right. Oh, I hate that fucking song. Don't wanna miss
I knew it.
don't want to close my eyes. But now I do. Now I'm like, all I want to do is close my eyes and fall asleep. Yeah. Like, I'm cool with being at home and missing everything because I know, for one, now I get judged for drinking in public. Minimally, but people are like, "Are you sure about that?" I'm like, yeah.
Opie's back on the song.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm embarrassed, kind of. I don't want to do anything embarrassing anymore.
There's a whole bunch of levels of
Yeah.
emotion on top of it now.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of good in a way, maybe, because it's like the pressure of the people that care. Like
It is.
You're like trying
Yes.
not to let down the people that care.
Yeah.
I guess.
Now, and I'm not like I was by any means, but it's a lot of things, and it's just harder to be out in public talking to people, and
Yeah. And it helped. I mean, the boozing and stuff helped. That's part of it for me. Is like I do feel myself isolating more, like the circle getting smaller and smaller, and I don't know how to analyze it. Maybe that's where a therapist comes
Right.
into play, with that they can help point that out to
Yeah.
you. But where it's like maybe I'm just finding the shit that I like, and because I have spent most of my life people pleasing and like trying to fit in with every fucking person ever.
Yeah.
I literally, my senior year, the award I won when it's like most likely to whatever's, mine was biggest change since 9th grade, which I think about all the time because I'm like, was that me shedding a skin and becoming like real me? And I know it wasn't, because it was like, I mean, I talked
Or was you assimilating
to like girlfriends,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So
That's all. That's
I
most
won.
young people though. Is you just
Yeah.
figure out who the fuck am I and what am I doing?
and that's what I'm struggling with right now. Is like, am I finding, like, is this actually the true me? Where it's like, it's okay that I don't mind going to a movie by myself.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me antisocial or what. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's antisocial possibly and what is.
You have to figure out what your compass is.
Yes.
Where it points for you, not where you're trying to tell like I should like this or this.
Yeah.
Everyone else is doing this, so I should do that. You have to just listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
There we go.
I don't know.
I know.
And then it turns into. Is that the same?
I don't know where I'm going.
It's a different song, right?
Different song, different
Yeah.
thing.
No,
Yeah, that's Heart.
Listen
And
to
I'm
your
doing Celine
heart.
Dion.
Yeah. Little mashup.
Because it might be a shark.
You gotta listen to those.
that's the way it is.
1 in 200.
I know the hack to this podcast is I just have to slide in the title of a song and take it away, boys. I love it. Every time.
Well, this is as good a time as any to air out my grievances real quick.
There we go.
Off my scroll. First grievance, the century system. So to explain that, I don't like how when people say it's the 21st century, I understand that we
Right.
are in the 21st century,
Yes.
but I think it should be the 20th century right now because
Right.
because then it like I have to think about it every time someone says it.
Yeah, I
Where it's
get
like,
that.
oh, 19th century.
But then you
we're
get
talking about the
used to it.
1800s.
Yeah.
I still haven't got used to it, and I don't
Yeah.
take kindly to it.
It's rounding up, essentially. Anything after
Yes.
the number.
Highly confusing, at least for
There was no year. There was no 0 century.
there should
Yes.
have
That
been,
was the first one.
Yeah.
but it should have been. The
That's
zero.
what, like, apparently in China, when you're born, you're considered one.
Oh,
That would be your preferred way to do
I'm
it.
moving to China. Hey, Jim.
They got.
Yeah.
They make some good Mongolian beef, and they know their numbers.
Yep.
I fucking love Mongol. And this other one, this grievance is with
Sweat.
myself. This will not come as a shock to anyone after this episode. My grievance with myself. People who are convinced that no one has as big as problems as them and use that as a justification for never getting their shit together. When in reality,
Wait a minute.
most.
Did he call this the Paul McGrain clause?
Let me finish.
Okay.
When in reality, most of us are boilerplate, mediocre narcissists
Yeah.
that make basic life challenges catastrophic for attention because we're too scared to actually get help. Because getting help would also mean the end of every moment and situation being all about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that today, so you can tell I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
But that was one that I wrote almost diary style, where I was like, I think that was good to get out. Because I feel frustrated with myself lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, where like I've quit all these things, but I think I'm really getting to the nougaty center of, I don't know.
That's the way it works. You don't learn until you break everything down or have something broken down for you. Then that's where you start
I just
learning.
want to break you down so bad.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Have life forced upon you, then you change.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I won't change, but the way I live has to change.
Change is being foisted upon you.
Yes.
And we don't think that's right. All right, you want to finish up with a few fun little videos? Here
Heck
with you?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh. One could argue in a meta way that me even having that grievance about myself was the most narcissistic thing you could do.
Well, it literally sounded like you were describing me. So
No, but I
You
mean,
know?
that's how I feel about myself, though.
yeah,
Where it's like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I've been reading it a lot today after I wrote it. I'm
But there's also that
AJ, you
thing-
did it again.
There's also that
AJ.
thing that trauma is trauma. So like your trauma, it's no one else's is better or worse than yours.
Right.
I mean, even though it is possibly worse, or
Like you could objectively analyze it in a way.
but the things that have happened to you still happen to you. And this
Trauma is what is your body's reaction to it, not
Yeah.
the thing that happened.
right. And you're still going through it no matter what it is. So
Yeah.
it's still yours to own. And for you, you are the center of your own universe.
Yeah.
So,
I know, and I feel like I'm always fighting between that, which is like the therapy style of like you're allowed to like have space for those things for yourself, but then also I've done enough therapy. I've been to psychiatrists, and I've seen where that can go into like almost like self-harm level of like analyzing and caring about every single thing that you do, and everything is so therapized.
I
to
know a lot of
yourself.
people that have gone to therapy and come out worse.
That's what I'm saying. They give you an elegant language to like just be more narcissistic about everything. Like there's a balance of like caring about the shit around you as well as yourself.
And not to toot my own horn, but I've never tried to get any mental
shark.
help ever. Or medical help, only when it's emergencies.
Yeah.
Or any help of any kind.
And even
That's what's offered up to me.
And
Yeah.
sometimes even when it's emergency.
Yeah.
But
I fell off the stoop.
Yeah, we
Sarah
remember
helped
that.
me. I should have gone to the hospital for sure, but instead I worked
Yeah.
for a month with broken ribs,
yes.
and it was great. And what can doctors do about broken ribs anyway?
Yeah.
Not much.
That's true.
Worked with a broken foot. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm a bigger man because of it.
Yeah.
Stronger.
Well,
Technically weaker, but
resilient.
yes.
Well, and I remember being in therapy in a lot of things in my life. I just remember the parts I kind of like,
Yeah.
like a movie almost. But one thing that always sticks out to me, and I think has kept me together throughout a lot of bullshit in my life, like you said, because my bullshit's still valid, like
Yeah,
everybody's.
for sure.
Is
Some people's isn't. Some people need to shut the fuck
my
up.
Tesla won't charge. Shut the fuck up. So much on like what's going to make me happy in life, and more so it's like what are you willing to suffer for?
Right. Well,
And suffer is a strong word, but they mean it in a way that like to get gratification for something you have to work hard at it. Like it's that is unequivocally true.
Yeah.
Like you have to work for it. If it's just given to you, you won't appreciate it. So like what are you willing, like what friendships, what relationships, what jobs are you willing to like endure the hard parts?
Yeah.
Like that's where your enjoyment's going to come from,
Right.
essentially. And I found I think I keep telling myself all these things, like that bit of help from the therapist. I've been in,
you also,
applying it.
yeah.
But I think that's what's caused my circle to shrink is that I was like trying to service a million friendships that meant nothing to me.
Right.
People pleasing, not being like you both have given me credit for being very honest about parts of my life, but there was
Yeah.
tons of other things I wasn't honest about when it came to like whether I even liked a person.
Right.
I just didn't want to like make them mad by saying like I don't actually fuck with you at all.
Right. yeah. I mean, there's ways.
You're for the streets.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah, that's one of the people I was talking about.
Yeah. Some friends are like totally fair weather, they're shitty or whatever, you know.
Yeah. But I was like, we all think we're supposed to be happy, but like, you're actually not supposed to be happy all the time. You
Well,
know
it's an
what I'm saying?
unreasonable expectation.
Yeah.
Like if you're setting, it's because culture tells us to do that, to be
Yeah.
like always be wanting more, always be happier, always be all this shit, and it like fucks up people's brains into thinking that like contentedness is good. That's why I think like Eastern philosophy has a lot of things right. Where it's
Yeah.
like it's about being centered and like content with where you are. That's different than being like happy.
The middle way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ride the fucking Adventureland ride 100 million times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your brain's in perfect shape. You're doing great, Grandma.
Because you chase it late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even the working out shit is honestly like one of the things that's helped me out the most, other than becoming clearly a beefcake, is that
Yeah.
clearly
Clearly.
a beefcake. But it is that where I was like, oh, though this sucks because like my legs hurt, and
Yeah.
I'm burning up, and I'm sweating like Dom DeLuise over here. You know, it's that's part of what makes it cool, I guess. Like
Yeah.
you there's some line in a movie.
Working for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's from unfortunately the Hobbit movies
Of course.
where she's crying. The movies suck, but the line in it of like somebody dies and they say if it hurts it's because it means something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it all comes back to that.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't in the Hobbit, you know.
Well, you know.
It was the third one too, the worst one.
Who says pain don't hurt?
That's from Roadhouse, of course.
Oh yeah, Roadhouse. Hell yeah. I ain't got time to bleed. Jesse the Body Ventura Predator. That has nothing to do with it.
Jet fuel can't melt sticks. Jesse Ventura, the governor. All right, we're gonna do the videos.
All right.
Caramba, this is a long one. We're giving them a little extra for their money this week. Shyla, we're gonna go ahead and skip to video 6. We won't even do 5. 5 is too much to talk about, and it would just be sad.
Oh boy. It's just a surveillance camera of my room.
I'm just pulling it up here, so ignore. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I saw this.
Oh, no.
I saw this.
So video.
I
5
watched it
here.
many times. You said we were skipping 5.
Oh, I'm sorry, 6. Thank you. All right, so
Yeah.
I'll actually.
Some handsome boys in a bathroom.
That's right. Just minding their own business. And then, action,
Oh.
Shyla.
What?
There's not audio anyway, I don't think so.
And then, oh man, face right to the
Uppercut.
bottom of the urinal
Yeah.
after trying to do a cool little move.
And I think, then we'll jump to 7 real quick here, Shyla. Oh.
Oh, this is so accurate.
I love this one.
Yeah.
And then, this probably should have went before that one. But this is how, whether or not there are NA beers or not, this is how we should be this summer, boys.
Yeah.
This is going to be me and the boys.
Oh, this is when I get an Uber. This is
This is what you do. I'm always like, oh, arriving in
front-loaded.
90 seconds.
yeah,
And it's a bunch of gorillas drinking beers and smoking cigarettes.
fast as they can.
All right, Shyla. 1, 2, 3. My favorite video on the internet. And they drink and smoke just like people. They love it.
The orangutan.
He like cheats it.
Oh, yeah.
Then running to the Uber.
Cracks the beer.
I love it.
Monkey smoking is always hilarious.
Yeah.
It is.
That orangutan's crazy when he hits it.
Yeah. You do. I feel. Yeah. Oh, dude.
I used to be us on the old Doi Doi Express.
Oh, for sure.
It sure was.
There was good times.
Yeah.
driving not so legally to lefties.
Yeah.
Mainly from lefties, I guess.
Yeah. Those were fun. Fun days.
Good thing we only did that 5,000 or 6,000 times. You know?
That's it, though.
Yeah, that was it.
That's it, though.
Maybe a pit stop at the old come and go
Yeah.
for big burritos.
Yeah. QT.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Ah,
You
good days.
Yeah.
How I've lived through all those Wednesdays, I'll never fucking know.
Oh.
I forgot. Yeah, it was Wednesday, wasn't it?
I mean, it was Tuesday, the open mic, and then I had to go to fucking work on
Oh, okay.
Wednesday. yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because lefties now became Beechwood.
Yep.
Which is also Tuesdays. Mm-mm-mm.
Magical days.
Yeah. I mean, I would consider lefties where like the bulk of my education comedically was. Because
sure.
Last Laugh, what was on, it was in the twilight of Last Laugh when I started.
Yeah.
Like maybe 6 months or something left on it.
Yeah.
Then lefties was,
And as yeah, whenever the one like Last Laugh would close for some reason, and then suddenly everybody loves lefties again.
Yeah.
lefties, I should have never turned my back on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said all those terrible things.
Yeah. I never missed lefties ever.
To this day?
No, I mean never missed them open mic. I don't mean I
yeah.
miss lefties. Jeez.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
I don't misinterpret that. No. I miss lefties.
Hand's going to come for your head.
I miss lefties mics big time. I never missed them. I never did not go.
Toll never, you heard of here, folks. Toll never once missed him.
Not
No.
once. Maybe twice, but that was
That's how much he disliked him. He never missed him.
Jeez.
FOMO in effect.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, you were.
It was nice to have things that forced me to go. I also did have FOMO big time, but hosting and then giving you a ride or getting a ride and was
It's the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah, and the Lumina.
Yep.
I had the shittiest car, but I drove.
That's true.
That's how it worked.
Mhm.
That's how you earn your stripes.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to be friends with us or not?
Yeah.
You're driving.
We'll podcast, but you're driving.
I also love the thing about drinking is like, it's like, well, I'm not driving, but I'll ride with the drunkest motherfucker around. I don't give a shit. Just
But I'm
as
not
long as
driving.
it's not me. Yeah. Not that you were the drunkest motherfucker around, but
Sometimes.
it was like, oh, okay. I'll ride with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains put together.
Yeah.
We'll get this spaceship home in no time.
Yep. And we did.
Listening to our commercials.
Oh my God, and dying laughing.
We had some good times.
Yes,
Boy, we had some good times.
yes, we did.
Sure did.
Laughing at ourselves.
Speaking of narcissism, huh?
I dated a girl that wanted me to read a book on narcissistic personality disorder, and was try to convince me that I had it, and I was like, I think that you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking insane.
Uno reverse.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Dennis from It's Always Sunny said, if I'm not in it and nobody's fucking, I'm not going to read it. Which
Yeah.
is pretty true.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But yeah, that was fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
And I was like, I'm
What was
pretty
her
fucking
name?
nice. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a nice person. I think generally narcissists are not very nice.
I mean, they can be if they want something from you.
I'm not trying to get nothing from nobody.
Unless you got
Except
White
everything.
Castle sliders.
Yeah.
You got those under your trench.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're a narcissist.
I mean, to whatever degree, but I don't think I have a fucking disorder.
You got some other disorders.
That is absolutely true.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, plenty of other disorders.
Yes. Stinky foot disorder.
Hey, on the weekends they're pretty good
Yeah.
because
Joint custody on
haven't
those
worn
feet.
socks with shoes, and my feet have been washed more than once. It's only
Yeah, I will say I
After
have
work.
not.
yeah.
I
No.
can't smell them.
Ooh,
Nothing.
I wouldn't
They are
recommend
dirty.
that.
They are dirty.
Nothing.
Nothing, and I'm on camera too. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You don't want it
All these
directly
things.
from the
I got a
source.
new rash on my leg. I'm picking at it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just right on camera.
There you
doing all
go.
this. I'm
Have
glad
you been taking your vitamins?
I have.
Okay, that's
Scurvy
Yeah.
coming back?
It's just I'm a rashy individual sometimes.
She boy.
I should probably get that checked out.
You're having
But I
a
won't.
streak going.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would you do that now?
Maybe have the OBGYN take a look.
Sarah said her pregnancy is just a trick to get me to go to the doctor.
The long con.
Yeah.
I would have thought you were 15 months by now.
Yeah.
That fucking lady.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And leaning into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't. I mean, you look pregnant. It's not like you're.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Say, oh, you're pregnant and beautiful. Good
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leave it at that.
You're the most beautifulest pregnant woman I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah. I can hardly even tell you're pregnant.
Yeah. The lady at Casey's good.
She's got a sharp eye. That lady. A real gumshoe.
Yeah. Figured it out.
All right, as you can tell, folks, we've begun our descent into this podcast. Yes. The flaps are going up.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah. We covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yes.
We covered a lot of ground.
A lot of bang
Yeah.
for your buck. Unbelievable. Any grievances you two want to get off your chest, or did I cover it for everybody tonight?
I don't think I have any.
I don't think I have anything specific.
No.
Venmo at ToboCop, folks. That is the de facto 401k for this podcast.
It's our Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a young lady on the way.
Yep.
She's gonna need formula, diapers,
Oh.
cool hats,
Cool hats. Yeah.
shirts and stuff, little
Mhm.
sneakers,
Yeah.
all sorts of cute shit. So hit that for show. Patreon.com/NoSleepDSM. Black Cat ice cream. Let's keep that line out the door all summer, shall we, folks?
They are.
Amazing.
And if you do, make sure to pay your respects.
Saw that old picture of me eating black cat in the fucking Beaverdale Farmers Market
Oh, yeah.
at the Bozen parking lot area from many, many years ago.
To always pay his respects.
It's
Will
an
you?
OG, yeah.
Yeah.
For once,
Yeah.
someone should.
A little O muerta, maybe. Blood in, blood out,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
The
Someone-
sting of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody out
think
there
about
friends with the crow?
Yeah.
Tell us how you did
Let's
it.
get a crow going this year,
Yeah.
shall we? Enough from the crow toe. How
Yeah.
about the crow toe?
Yeah. The toll crow.
Toe crow.
There we go. Very different.
Maybe I just find a nest.
Yeah.
But then the other crows will hate me forever. So I can't do that probably.
Shout out our producer extraordinaire, Shyla, for keeping us on track. Just
Yes.
having her in the room keeps us from saying incredibly stupid shit.
I mean, if she wasn't here, it was.
It would be a nightmare
Off
city.
the charts. Yeah, yeah.
It'd be a
I know right
penis
now she's thinking.
hellscape.
Yeah.
A penis and anal bleeding hellscape.
Yes. Matter of fact, so she keeps us honest, keeps us in line, and thank God for her. What else? I think, yeah. YouTube subscribe, that always helps. We're really trying to put out these clips and shit, so like them, comment, tell them how much you like the clips.
Yeah. Like
We
and
need
subscribe.
this. We need this.
We're not a fan of circumcision, but we love these clips.
Wow. Did you just come up with that?
I did.
A
That's why I
plus.
stumbled and
Nicely
mumbled
done.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unclip cocks for us, please. All right, I'm sorry, Shyla. I think that's most of the plugs. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry for my behavior this evening. Sorry for everything I've said and done. Especially you were listening before, I'm working through a lot.
We need to give this guy some drugs.
Yeah. Stat.
It is tough being sober this long.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. But it's good. I've decided that once the club closes, I'm going to get so high and drunk my head will fall. I'm at least going to smoke weed again. I know that.
There you go.
But it's a good challenge. It's like when you go into a cave alone
That's right.
Yeah.
for a month or something. That's what I'm trying.
Except you're not alone. That's what makes it so difficult.
You're not
I have to
alone, 'cause
imagine.
you're in here with me. That's my psyche right now. But I've been your clinically fucked up friend, AJ Simmons.
And I have been, you know, the same guy I always am. Toll McGrain.
The unclipped anaconda of
Yes.
Wakanda.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's me.
I'm the ice cream king of Des Moines, Iowa. Alex Carter.
Hell yeah. The only respectable one. Goodbye, everyone.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.